So I wrote this piece because there's I don't see him anymore, but there was a homeless kid, guy, or whatever. Couldn't have been any more than 2 or 3 years older than me, and I always used to speak to him, and I always used to feel like I wish I could do more. And every time I give to one, then I see one 10 seconds later, and I can't give to all of them, and I just feel like there's just so much I wish I could do, but I can't. So this inspired me to write this piece. To my friend in the vestibule, I wish I can say this to you. I wonder what that stuff does that love can't address. Better yet, I wonder what love did that you used that to suppress. You know, sometimes I wish I could talk about other things, but I fear those other things may only appear as distractions from the circles you're running in. And those other things may just entertain you, but not enter you to tame you and save you from the shackles around your ankles. Because somehow I know you just ain't you. My concern is that you're really treading water, fishing for reasons to live, and those other things just bait you. If it's not shameful to talk about angels, then the other way, well, is fair game too, because up doesn't exist without down, and sometimes the ground gets tired of holding up gravestones. I know at times it seems as if the world conspires to constrain you, and you grow too tired to be grateful, on the verge of blowing like propane fuel from the irony that states you can do whatever you want in this world, but doesn't ever show you how to obtain, and that's cruel, and I get it. Cracking a smile may become as temporary as crack in the vial, speaking of which, someone somewhere just like you is shooting heaven in their arms. Scattered track marks, waiting for someone to connect their dots and show them a way up that lasts. And someone somewhere just like you is drinking to find their message in a bottle, because bodies drown and sink to the bottom and bottles float. So it's easier to be seen in them, and the patience to wait for someone to save them is always easier when swallowing Ciroc. So these addictions come from additions. It's no wonder we had so much trouble in math class subtracting a negative. Plus the positive teachers would say, but it isn't always that way, because when our darkness isn't honored and is always perceived as a lack of progress upon us, we succumb to those monsters and don't see past the corners we're lost in. I say us because I see myself in you, in him, in her too. I question if I'm that different than the guy that's homeless, if I feel disguised and less home in my own skin some moments. And there has to be more I can do. How can I just hand them a book when thinking of some things that might help, when that book is full of clusters of words that are hugging closer together than I ever got to him myself? And something seems weird to me about handing him currency, when currently his current seems like curtains that'll never be opening, and the concept of food can be so tricky. It's the best thing you've ever had when you have it, the worst thing in existence when you need it, and would I really be making a difference with this chicken if once again tomorrow you'll be depleted? You know, I'm walking past you and these people every day. Do I really pass you if I see you every day? Should I even ask you? Should I really say, I wish I can help you more, but help is on the way. Help is on the faith. I feel so guilty saying that though, because a lack of faith is the reason behind your blackened days. And well, I can only be a friend, so tell me, is a friend enough to stay?